Hey you guys, it's Mia here. I kind of wanted to stop by and tell you guys just a little bit about me. Since you guys always see my posts on Facebook, I figured that I should probably do a video. I know videos are popular these days, but I just kind of want to give a little testimony on what I've kind of been through for the past couple years. Try to make this short as possible because I know some people don't watch videos past like 3 or 4 minutes. So all right, let me just go ahead and jump into it. All right, so about 3 years ago, I decided that I was going to work full time for myself. I used to work for a company, and I was with the company maybe 4 months. Um, no, actually, it was about two. It was 2 months. All right, so I'm the type of person who likes to work really hard. I want to get recognized and so forth. So I want to do the best at my job. So the thing is about corporate America, they base they want you to do so much in a timely manner in the hours that you work. All right. So anywho, so I was working for the company. I went to training. I never missed a day. I made training on time. Went to my breaks on time, and so forth. Got out of training. We were on the floor. I was doing what I was supposed to, basically. Making sure the customers were okay, making sure I was saying the scripts okay, and so forth. All right. So one day outside of work, since I wasn't able to afford my parking tickets, I ended up going to jail. I had a warrant out for my arrest and so forth. So at that time, I was really trying to get into the army, and so I was working out twice a day. Um, so my second time when I was coming back, basically heading home from the gym, I get pulled over. I tell the officer, I was like, hey, I got a warrant or whatnot. So I ended up going to jail, and they tried to tell me I was going to be in jail for a whole month, and I was just like, that can't happen. I'm gonna lose everything if that's possible. If that happens, um, so I get to jail, and first is the first experience I've ever had in my life. Like it's just like okay, you had a mistake. You have to suffer the consequences of your actions. So like I wasn't expecting anybody to help me out or anything like that. So I was just gonna wait it out. But at the same time, I was praying that I wasn't have to be in jail for so long. So I had a blessing, the inmates that were roommating with me, they actually were able to assist me. And I had one that was calling my public defender, one got in contact with my sister and so forth. Which, sometimes that rarely happens. But everybody was telling me that, jail is not the place for you to be. So I get out and, well, my sister ended up putting money on my books, and my first thing was like, I can't lose my house, I can't lose my job, I just have nothing if I get out. I didn't care about the car. I was like, I already knew that it was gonna happen and whatnot. So um I ended up calling my job. It's a brand new job. I try to hurry up and call them. I'm like, hey, I'm not able to make it work. Obviously, you can hear just by the prompts that I'm in jail and so forth. So they were like, okay, well, just try to keep in contact with us. So every time I got money on my books, I went ahead and called them and was like, hey, I was trying to follow the rules, the company guidelines. If you're not gonna make it to work, you can go ahead and call in. So I'm like, hey, just letting you know I'm still here, so forth. So I ended up getting out of jail, and it being on house arrest. All right. So obviously, like the company didn't send my schedule over to the house arrest people, and so the lady at the job was just like, "Why aren't you at work?" and such and so forth. And I'm just like, "Well, I'm I can't. What do you expect me to leave and go right back to jail?" So she ended up sending over the schedule. I ended up going back to work. All right, so I get to work. They're like, I'm literally walking on eggshells. Like they're like, basically, if you sneeze or you're fired. So at that time, I was getting sick. I was feeling like, okay, I really need to keep my job because I need some type of income. So I ended up and I was like, well, can I go part time? So I ended up going part time, and I finally get this call from a customer. She was just irate, and so she kept on going on and on about something, and I told her I can go ahead and fix it. There was one thing that was on her account. She told me that she wanted removed off her account. Long story short, that call escalated, and she said she wanted to talk to my supervisor. So it ended up being a supervised call. crazy thing is I get QA'd on the call. So the the company was basically like, well, you handled the call incorrectly and so forth. Pay in mind, I'm trying to do the best that I possibly can. And, if you're trying to if you're talking over a customer, that's being rude when the customer's talking over me as well. So I know it's not a win-win situation. Long story short, they were basically trying to tell me I could have handled the call differently and turn around and put me on a final. Pay in mind, I'm walking on eggshells from being, showing up to work. Previously, before I even went to jail, I was going to work on time. I was going on my breaks on time. I was doing the things that I needed to do for the job, and I just didn't get any credit at all. So, I was like, you know what? I had put in the time for part time. I got so fed up. I was just like, you know what? I can work for myself, and I will be a whole lot happier. I was like, I was able to pay my bills between looking for a job and so forth. So I ended up quitting. I'm not gonna lie, I cried because I was scared, and I was like, you know what? If I'm gonna do hair, I'm gonna go hard. Like, I don't want anybody to say nothing about it. Like, I'm just gonna seriously go hard with doing hair. So I ended up investing into a laptop. I ended up investing into internet, and I ended up investing into business cards. I invested into myself. I invested into myself, and I made sure that whatever I would do, I was going to be the best at it. It got to the point I had to drop my prices from what I originally would charge so I can build my clientele. I was on. I woke up every morning at 7 o'clock, posting all day long. Like, I have openings. I have openings. I did that for, I would say, 6 months straight. And I kid you not, I was booming like crazy. I got to the point that since I was doing 8 heads a day. I was working until 2 o'clock in the morning. I worked every single day. I pretty much never had a break. I made sure I went super hard. Now, 3 years later, it's to the point that, a lot of people know me for doing hair, and I really don't have to, really post on Facebook. That's why I mostly, as you guys see, I just post like my styles. But I just really want to tell you guys that, you can have faith, you have your own testimony, you have your own stories, but for you to get away from corporate America, it is not that hard. If there's an opportunity out there, you take it. Take that opportunity and run with it. Stop being scared. Stop working these 2, 3, 4 jobs. You're spending time working versus being able to enjoy life. Just think about it. Just think about it. Like, it's not that hard to put all the energy that you put into a company for yourself. Like I said, if you have enough faith to work for somebody and follow their rules, why don't you work your work for yourself and make your own rules? Have more time, spend more time with your family. All right, you guys. I just want to say that I am about to start a YouTube channel. This is also going to be like a motivational type of, what I'm doing. I do network marketing. I'm a certified travel consultant. There are so many opportunities out there. If anybody is looking to have some type of motivation, feel free to call me. I, like I said, my journey has not been easy. It has not been easy. It's been to the point that I lived on the street, just about. I've been hopping house to house. Even in the cold winter times, like, my life is not perfect, but you know what? I'm happy because I'm alive. I have a roof over my head. Like, I have people that care about me. I believe in God. God will bring you through troubling times. So with that being said, you guys have a wonderful, wonderful day. I'll probably be posting a couple more videos out here, but yeah, just take out the time, check this out. But love you guys. Peace.